That's just one way to bent over.
First, let me reiterate what I said a few weeks back. You just can't be a winning team if you have a piece of like Mackenzie Alexander on your team. Mackenzie Alexander made a tackle. It was a first down play, and he stands up and he does this. He's like, it's fourth down. Vikings stop the Ravens on second down, which makes it third down? Yes. Well, Mackenzie Alexander, fourth down. He's done it before. He's doing it again. The stupidest person. If he's not signaling fourth down when it's not fourth down, he's getting torched by a backup quarterback or not making an interception. You just got all these guys who are stupid. Like Xavier Woods, who you could just look at the ball and intercept it at the end of the first half, but instead you turn away from the ball for no reason, run right into the guy, and it's a pass interference penalty, and of course you give up that end of half touchdown like you always do. Another thing I said a few weeks ago, it's only when you get the ball to start overtime do you actually try to get a touchdown. This week you get the ball in overtime, but it's after Baltimore already had it. So you don't have to score a touchdown to win. So what do? Well, let's run the clock. Let's keep dumping off to Dalvin Cook or running Dalvin Cook into a brick wall. Get into a third and long where Cousins is completely useless. Just so sick of Cousins on these third and longs. Okay, I've defended him enough. He never gives his guys a chance. He gives up. Why is it when an opposing team runs an all-out blitz, we can never, ever, ever do anything? We never can do anything. It's just we give up. We're done. When we run an all-out blitz, Kyler Murray throws a touchdown pass. There was a little bit of luck there, but, Mackenzie Alexander was defending, number one, but Kyler Murray gave his guy a chance, and he threw downfield. Cousins just throws a duck to nobody in those situations. I am sick of it. I mean, Zimmer sucks and should be fired. We know that. Spielman sucks and should be fired. We know that. Anthony Barr is a piece of shit. He should be gone. But Kirk Cousins isn't getting enough blame. I've defended him enough. A few examples. Okay, 3rd and 9 at the end of regulation. Who's your go-to guy on 3rd and 9 with the game on the line? Tyler Conklin, apparently. It's your go-to guy on the dump-off screen. Let's not throw to Jefferson or Thielen, your studs, the guys you need to rely on. Let's throw to Tyler Conklin. And it's incomplete. Now, in Conklin's defense, he beat his guy. Cousins throws it behind him. Some quarterbacks, they throw a covered receiver open. Cousins throws an open receiver covered.
Cover me! You're covered.
But also, if you watch the replay of that play, Jefferson is about to come wide open in the corner of the end zone. But you'd have to actually be concerned about scoring a touchdown. You'd actually have to think about going to the end zone, which Mike Zimmer and Kirk Cousins never do until it's too late. And then on 4th down, Cousins finally throws to Jefferson. And it's just this duck, this absolute duck. And yeah, it's complete for a first down, but what a duck. I've seen so many of these ducks from Cousins. Is there something's wrong with his arm? Or he's completely pussified and afraid of everything. And he can't get anything on his throws. He can't step in any of them. Probably both. Cousins finds a way to minimize the potential of pass plays almost all the time. Look at the first possession of the second half. There's a play-action bootleg play. Cousins has no pressure. No pressure. He has all day. And he immediately checks down to Conklin, who's covered and it's incomplete, and it would have been 2 yards if he'd caught it. Perfect opportunity to throw downfield. Nope. I'm going to check down to Conklin like I always do. Harrison Smith is out, and his replacement magically makes this really athletic interception that Harrison Smith would never make at the end of the first half. The Vikings get the ball, and they do nothing with it. Whose fault was it? Well, they ran on 1st down, I'm sure. Got nothing. Cousins drops back, and there's pressure, but he has time to get the ball away, but for some reason he can't make a normal throw when there's any pressure. Thielen is open enough that it should be complete, but Cousins throws it 5 yards over his head. Because he's just chicken. And he's panicking. Gives Thielen no opportunity to make the catch. Then on 3rd down, Cousins drops back, looks to the left, and immediately throws it to Jefferson. Jefferson's open. It's 5 yards short of Jefferson, the throw. Gives this guy no chance to make a play. Thielen is available. Probably would have been an 8-9 yard gain. Jefferson available for a 1st down. Cousins gives neither of them a chance. Because he's chicken. People complain about play calling. Well, yeah, play calling sucks, but Cousins did as little with that play calling as he could. And some guys would have done more with it. And that's one of the differences with Lamar Jackson. As terrible as he looked in the first half, just when they needed plays End of the first half. That pass interference play, yeah, it should have been intercepted, but he put it up there for the guy to make a play and he got a pass interference call. That could happen to the Vikings too if Cousins ever did that. Touchdown pass in the second half by Jackson. The guy made an amazing catch. You know why the guy made an amazing catch? Because he had a chance to make an amazing catch. Guys can make amazing catches when they have a chance to make an amazing catch. They can't make amazing catches when they have no chance to get their hands on the ball. Some other observations. The one time the Vikings showed some imagination on offense was when they ran the clock out at the end of the first half. That's all you need to see. 19 seconds left, deep in their own territory. They should just be taking a knee, but trick handoff that gets nothing, because it's every handoff gets nothing. But maybe you could have shown imagination when you get the ball in overtime after that turnover. Maybe you go deep on that first play. No, we're gonna dump it off to Dalvin Cook because that never works, and Dalvin Cook can never ever get any more from a play than is there. Dalvin Cook is just like Kirk Cousins. Okay, he has the one long run, and that is it. Every other play he gets the absolute freaking minimum out of it. But yeah, that's when you save your imagination. Also, you do a fake punt, some risk taking there, but you won't take any risks any other point of the game. You won't take any risk in overtime when you really need it, when you really need a play. Another observation: when another team has a key play, like a fourth down, fourth and goal, or 2-point conversion, or anything like that, when another team has a key play on offense, they seem to have a play. They run an actual play. And our defense never is prepared for the play. When we have a big play on offense or a fourth down or whatever, we never have a play. We never have anything. We just run a standard play and it usually doesn't work, or Cousins throws a duck to Jefferson that's caught, but it's not any special play or anything. The defense is never surprised. We're always surprised. Why? Why can other teams... Coaching. Obviously, coaching. I just want Zimmer to go so I don't have to see this stupid running the ball all the time crap. And the worst thing that could have happened was for Cook to get that long run. That doesn't mean you're good at running the ball. What it means is the defense wasn't prepared for that play. Every other run after that, they're prepared for. And I think after Cook got that run, the next 10 runs, Vikings got 8 yards. You're just wasting down after down running. You got Cook getting as little out of it as possible. The Brad Childress Award for a play call so predictable that the opposing defense is practically calling out the play before the snap. The Vikings were going to run a screen, and you can hear the Pittsburgh defender screaming
from the 41-yard line
before the ball is snapped.
3 wide receivers. Here's 5 backpedaling. Now he throws, and it's dropped.
The Ravens are practically screaming, "Run!" They're running to the right.
Toss, Cook. Oh, through the gap came Patrick Queen.
They're all coming to the right side of the line. The Vikings snap the ball and run to the right side of the line and lose like 3-4 yards. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. This is weird. You don't want the opposing defense to know what you're going to do. And maybe Mike Zimmer's just a super honest guy, and he's just like, well, it would be dishonest to not let them know what we're going to do. So I'm maybe a super dishonest guy, and I'm like, let's try to deceive them a little. The Moab sighting, mother of all prevents.
This one's 15 plays, now 16. It's Bateman, and he continues to churn first down.
The Kyle Rudolph Award for a dump off screen to the slowest person on earth. Of course, we saw that again. Dump off to Tyler Conklin. And we wouldn't want to run those type of plays to people with speed. We've had like 10 offensive coordinators in the last 3 years or whatever, 4 years. We always run that play, no matter who the offensive coordinator is. So, is that a Mike Zimmer play? Same old Vikings cornerbacks award. There's 2 candidates there. There's, of course, Mackenzie Alexander for signaling 4th down on 3rd down. Something he's done in the past. It's got to go to Bashad Breeland again. Easy interception thrown right to him. Doesn't make the play. The Joe Buck Award for an idiot announcer.
I don't think that ball hits the ground.
That goes to the play-by-play guy this week. Don't know his name. Not going to look it up.
Joseph has been more reliable than not this season.
Certainly hasn't been as reliable as Mason Crosby.
Again, and this one's blocked.
Butt cheek clench of the week. That, of course, that goes to me when the Vikings lined up for that extra point, down 31-30 at the end of the 4th quarter. I'm like, okay, Joseph's going to miss this, and he made it. I don't know, I've seen a lot of people say they should have gone for 2 there. Number one, if the Vikings go for 2 there, they don't have a play, right? Other teams have a play. At the end of the game, if you have to go for 2, they have a play. Vikings don't have a play, so they're going to run some stupid draw to Cook that gets nothing, or they'll just run a standard pass play where 4 guys run to the same spot and nobody's open. Or Cousins will get a little bit of pressure, just throw it out of the end zone. They're not going to get it if they go for it. But I understand, like, yeah, it might make sense to go for 2 there. But the other thing is, they go for 2 there and get it. I have no doubt they do not stop Baltimore when Baltimore gets the ball back, because Zimmer will play defense completely differently. If he's up 1 or tied, everything will be different. The Vikings players' mentality will be totally different. So the Vikings were gonna lose regardless. So don't worry about whether they went for 2 or not. It makes no difference. They were gonna lose. They were gonna find a freaking way to lose, and that's how a Mike Zimmer team is. Virtually every game will be close, and they will find a way to lose 50 to 60% of those games. So you are never better than average. Just the way it is. The award for the play that stupid idiot Vikings fanboys are going to use to justify a complete loser player's status on this team, that's going to that interception by Anthony Barr.
Anthony Barr wants no part of Josh Allen.
The guy sits out half to 2/3 of every season. I don't even know that there's a real injury there. He just, I don't feel like my conditioning is there. And does pretty much nothing. He misses key tackles at key spots in key games.
Out of the backfield.
And now he makes an interception, and all's forgiven in a lot of these fanboys' minds. I'm gonna put my Barr jersey back on. And this is a problem with Minnesota sports fans. It's like they look at the one big play, which again didn't help us win, right? Barr made a play last week that lost us the game. He makes a play this week that didn't help us win the game. If you take away his interception and you take away his missed tackle last week, the Vikings might have an extra win. If you take him off this team, take him out of those 2 games. So, but he made a great play, so he's the greatest linebacker in the world, and we should keep him forever. These are the same people who think we should keep Everson Griffin. I mean, he'll maybe make 1 play a game, and he's invisible the rest of the game. Harrison Smith was invisible this week, which is unusual. Usually he's all over the place not making plays. And last, the quote that Richard Simmons could easily relate to.
That's just one more reason to bend over.
Howard Stern.
That's just one more reason to bend over.
And let's start over, get a new coach, a new GM, and a new owner, a new quarterback, new defensive line, new offensive line, middle linebacker, new safety, new cornerbacks.